This video was recorded in front of a live virtual audience. Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Today we're going to be reviewing Louis Vuitton perfume. And the Louis Vuitton perfume at hand, it's a little sample that I got. Nuit de Feu. Little 2 ml spray sample. It's a tiny little thing. And it's a darkened glass vial. Nuit de Feu in eau de parfum form. Before we get to the spritzing and the spraying and the testing, if you like my content but haven't yet, consider now subscribing. Push that subscription button. And next to the subscription button, push the join button. Become a member today of the Fashion Bunker and gain access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon, superdacob all spelled together there as well. Thank you to all my patrons and members who have already subscribed, who have already pledged. Without you, the Fashion Bunker wouldn't be here. And also, you can help for free by thumbing up this video. Thumbing up this video lets the algorithm know that we're doing the right thing here on YouTube, and it helps us promote the video even more. Also, thank you to all my co-chatters that are here live with me, because this video is being filmed live in front of a virtual audience. So you guys are going to be reviewing the perfume with me. I'm going to spray it on right away. Okay. Louis. What you got for us today? Okay, let me put you back into your little box so I don't accidentally spray you later on. Hold on just a second. I hope I didn't spray anything else here that I wasn't supposed to spray. Okay. So, what do we got here? 2020. So it was released a year ago, as I'm making this review in 2021. Now listen, 2020, marketed as a unisex fragrance by Louis Vuitton on their website. Jacques Cavalier is the nose. Now, for those of you who love perfumes, you know Jacques Cavalier. But if you don't know Jacques Cavalier, he is the head perfumer. He is the nose behind all of about 28 fragrances that Louis Vuitton has issued since they started issuing their own perfumes back in 2016. So just in 5 years, 28 fragrances. Okay, but listen, Alexander McQueen, he made Kingdom, Azzaro, Oh La La in 1993, Kingdom from 2003. Boucheron, Trouble in 2004, Bulgari, ton of Bulgari fragrances, Acqua Amara 2014, Acqua Pour Homme 2005, Dolce Estasi in 2021, Cobra in 2020, Riva Solare in 2021, Rock and Rome 2020. 2021 sees the issue of a kind of a niche line of Bulgari fragrances, which I haven't smelt yet, but they all look like they come in these candy bottles. Interesting. So this means that he's not locked in to just work for Louis Vuitton. He's working also for other brands, because he started working for them, I thought, exclusively in 2016. But no, 2021, a whole series of exclusive Bulgari perfumes are also issued with Jacques Cavalier's nose. Calvin Klein, Eternity Moment from 2004. Truth from 2000. Cartier, he did Pasha Cartier, 1992. He's the nose behind Christian Dior's Midnight Poison, as well as Midnight Poisoned, the Extract. Diesel, Ermenegildo Zegna, Fendi, Armani, Givenchy. He did Haute Couture for Givenchy. He even did the Halle Berry perfume from 2012. Issey Miyake, L'Odyssée, Gautier. This is the nose behind Classique from 1993. He also did Classique X in 2010. Jill Sander for Men, Kenzo, Lopa de Kenzo, Krizia, Easy Krizia, Lancome. He did Poème back in 1995. Calypso in 2003. Magnifique in 2008. 28 perfumes for Louis Vuitton. Martin Margiela, Beach Walk, Flower Market, Coffee Break for Margiela. He did Nina Ricci. Oscar de la Renta, Paco Rabanne. He did Ultraviolet for Paco Rabanne. Roberto Cavalli, Rocha, Ferragamo, Shiseido, Stella McCartney, Tom Ford. He did Noir de Noir by Tom Ford. Yves Rocher, amongst many perfumes for Yves Rocher, he did Vanille Noire. And Yves Saint Laurent. Cinema, L, M7, Nous, Opium pour Homme, Rive Gauche pour Homme. I mean, we're talking the nose. And he also did Nuit de Feu. Now, Nuit de Feu is very simple. Notes are, head note is incense, mid note natural leather. Louis Vuitton's website states it's natural leather. I mean, it's a synthetic, something that smells of leather. What are you going to do? Press it? I mean, you know, whatever. And then the bottom note, musk and oud, the agar wood, oud, and frankincense, meaning olibanum. 100 ml, 200 ml bottles, 315 and 485 euro each, respectively. So, oud. You know, I ain't a fan of oud, you know. Oud is the new black in perfumery. Interesting to note, you know, IFRA regulations. Oak moss is being butchered or killed off completely. Civets and the likes of all those poor little animals and their butt glands are being, you know, it's prohibited to use them, which, fine. You know, oud remains. I mean, sandalwood, Mysore sandalwood, also, you know, India has kind of prohibited its use mostly because they need 25 years to replenish, regrow. So sandalwood will be returning, but in 25 years' time, they're probably going to have synthetics that are so good to copy it, they won't even need it anymore. Who knows, though? I'm sure some niche perfume house out there is going to be like, we got Mysore sandalwood again, pure Mysore sandalwood. Here's $3,000 for a bottle, you know, that type of niche. Well, Nuit de Feu has a very interesting approach to oud. It doesn't smell oudy. Okay, that's a kind of a good thing because I'm not a fan of oud. But this one, the second I smelt it, I had a feeling, oh, I actually like this one. Doesn't smell like oud to me. But what it does smell of is the Cologne version, first edition, from 2004-5 of Christian Dior's Bois d'Argent. Not the current version of Bois d'Argent in eau de parfum form, but if you want to kind of relive what Bois d'Argent used to smell like, we're talking Annick Menardo's Bois d'Argent. She's the nose. Annick Menardo is the nose behind Bois d'Argent. Annick Menardo is also the nose behind Hypnotic Poison, but two completely different perfumes. If you want to know how the Cologne version of Bois d'Argent smelled like, go to Louis Vuitton and ask to try La Nuit de Feu or Nuit de Feu, Fiery Night. It's not fully identical to Bois d'Argent Cologne, but it feels like Bois d'Argent Cologne. And to me, it was a wonderful, refreshing memory to smell it all over again, you know. The current formulation, eau de parfum of Bois d'Argent, is also beautiful and I love it, but it is rougher around the edges. It's not as smooth as the Cologne used to be. And Nuit de Feu is smooth. This is a smooth fragrance. Way overpriced for what it is, okay? 315 euro for 100 ml. Like, this is way beyond a price tag for Frédéric Malle's Carnal Flower. 100 ml of Carnal Flower is going to set you back to 180 to 185 euro. And it's worth it more, and it's more original and authentic than this that smells of something that already existed before. But it is Louis Vuitton, and they charge their hefty price for something where they put ouds in it, right? This one is a synthetic oud, I guess, because they are promoting now the launch of a new fragrance, which is going to cost 1,200 euro, which is going to have real oud in it, not synthetic. So I presume that this one is synthetic, because otherwise, why would they charge 1,200 for the other one while they charge 315 for this one? Still overpriced, but whatever. But for nostalgia reasons, if you want something that smells like Bois d'Argent Cologne, and you can't get your hands on a Cologne of Bois d'Argent, also because they age terribly, Bois d'Argent in particular goes really stale and sour, because it was very natural, actually. A lot of the ingredients in there were so natural. It doesn't age well. You have to use it. It becomes stale, like to a point where it's not just about the top notes. The perfume changes color. It becomes gray. I had it happen to my bottle. So, of course, as it warms up on your skin, you get more of that oud that Bois d'Argent doesn't have. But it's the type of olibanum, the type of frankincense in here, the type of incense in here, and also the leather and the musk that are identical to the ones in Bois d'Argent. So if we go to Bois d'Argent, Cologne, the Annick Menardo version, we got top notes iris, cypress, juniper berries, middle notes myrrh, patchouli, base notes woodsy notes, honey, vanilla, amber, resins, musk, and leather. There are also more ingredients in Nuit de Feu, but they're just not listed. But the list of ingredients for Bois d'Argent Cologne are a little bit more giving. In fact, if the 2004 edition, if we go to the 2018 version of Bois d'Argent, which is then listed as perfumer François Demachy, not Annick Menardo, like what a way to steal. Anyway, Demachy. Whole other can of worms. 2018 version of the Eau de Toilette, of the Eau de Parfum. Myrrh, iris, floral notes, and musk. That's all they list. So you see how, even though the other ingredients should also still be in there, but they're just not listed. So all the other ingredients that were present in the cologne. It's the myrrh for me, leather and musk, olibanum, frankincense, that really unite Bois d'Argent and Nuit de Feu. It's like they used similar, like it's not just, they both use some musks. It's like they use the same musk, and the frankincense, it's like they use the same frankincense. And that leather note, it's like they use the same chemical component purchased from the same raw distributor of that. That's how it smells like. Plus, this one has that oud that makes it a little bit deeper. Bois d'Argent is more elevated and light in smell. And you got that cypress and the juniper berries in Bois d'Argent. But it's so fascinating to me. And Bois d'Argent, back in the day when it first came out, the 250 milliliter. So it's like 2.5 bottles of Nuit de Feu. 250 mil were €125. 100 mil of Nuit de Feu are €315. Like, times have changed. There's longevity here. I've been testing it out in the past days. There's projection. There's the silage, those beautiful French words. But this is the thing. For a reason, I read to you the list of perfumes that Jacques Cavalier has made. It's a long list. And some of them are groundbreaking, history-changing, perfumery history-changing perfumes, right? Some of those perfumes are so iconic that you just close your eyes and you can envision their smell. You remember their smell. You can visualize the smell. That's how powerful they are. So, if you have that list of strength and powerhouses in your repertoire, then this is not enough. This doesn't cut it. This does not cut it. And you're churning out too many perfumes, Mr. Cavalier, like 28 in 5 years just for Louis alone. I mean, of course, he has a team, people working. He's not doing this alone. But you've set the bar very high. Classique, Opium pour Homme, Rive Gauche pour Homme, Poème, Are you kidding me? Kingdom? Like, you've set the cinema, no, you've set the bar so high that this doesn't stand a chance. You could have used all natural ingredients, not even one synthetic. It's that kind of like, it's niche. We're going to elevate the nuances of the, we're going to make it smell more precious. Yeah, okay, but so what? So what? Just because this is niche and from an expensive, Louis Vuitton, brand, it's going to smell elevated. Okay, fine. But where is the Cavalier genius that you, Mr. Cavalier, made us used to? It's not there. It's pleasant. Sure, you want to smell expensive, buy it. But really, are we reduced to that now? Are we reduced to that like, oh, I can afford €315 for a perfume and it smells like really expensive and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, you don't need Jacques Cavalier for that. You can get any other perfumer to do it. You don't need a big perfumer name. Like, it's a waste of genius to have him do this. Yeah, it's a solid perfume. It's a niche smelling solid Louis Vuitton perfume. So what? So what? It's a waste of genius. Like, let the man do something else better, than with his time, than having to churn out, I don't know, if they have a contract with him, like, you got to do 10 perfumes a year. And then he's like, okay, let me just keep making them. Like, it just doesn't seem right. And it's an issue I have with niche perfumery, with a lot of these brands, these big luxury brands that churn out, niche luxury perfumery. They're very much dedicated to this, like, pumping out new perfumes, too many of them every year, that like you just think to yourself, well, it's impossible to maintain the quality if they don't even give the proper time to develop these fragrances to the perfumers. To begin with, creating a good perfume also takes time. Okay? And by creating a good perfume, I don't necessarily mean creating a good quality perfume. It's easy to create a good quality perfume with good quality ingredients if you have the money. If you have the budget to buy the raw materials that are the highest quality, you buy them and then you combine them and, you get a good perfumer knows to do it, combine it for you, done. But this is, there's more to it than this. Like, when I say a good perfume, I don't necessarily mean expensive raw ingredients. You could have some really cool synthetics in there as well and be very experimental about it. A really good perfume to me is something that I haven't smelled before. Or something that reminds me of something I've smelled before, but not in terms of reminding me of another perfume I've smelled before, but like reminding me of a mood, of a state of mind that I've felt before, and transforming that into smell. Now that's genius. And that ain't happening here. Not at all. But there is a price markup because other Louis Vuitton perfumes that don't have the ouds cost like almost $100 less. So I'm paying already more for this 100 ml Louis than I would pay for other 100 ml Louis. And on top of that, it smells mediocre. Like a memory of something that is amazing and that was groundbreaking in 2004. That's when Bois d'Argent came out, Mr. Cavalier, 2004. Newsflash, we're in 2021. Like 16 years, well, this one came out in 2021. So 16 years after Bois d'Argent was released, you re-release Bois d'Argent and charge €315 for a 100 ml bottle. I don't think so. So, but taking all of that context aside, putting that all aside and just smelling this perfume on its own, it's lovely. It really is lovely. It's welcoming. It's warm to the right degree. It has that Bois d'Argent feeling of silver forest. Silver needles. It does feel like silver needles. It is ambery as well. It's beautiful to smell. It makes you happy to smell it. For sure. For sure. Give me a bottle and I'll wear it. For sure I will, because it's a reassuring, pleasant perfume. But does it need to go along with that hefty price tag and the hefty brand attached to it as well? No. It could have been done by, any other brand that would charge way less for it. Does it smell niche? Yeah, it does. It does smell niche. I don't want to say, oh, in the best of ways and in the worst of ways. It smells niche for what it is. And you could have toned down the oud and made it cost less. I think this thing without oud would be much more interesting. You know, perhaps even a bit closer to a concept of wanting to be groundbreaking. But I think this is the problem, you guys. I think that this doesn't even want to be groundbreaking. This just wants to be a safe thing. Oud, you know, sold in a black bottle instead of the colored bottles or the transparent bottles. And like, you know, targeted to mostly the Middle East, where all the money's at the moment. And it's kind of like this, let's play it safe for a certain market where people are going to buy it for sure. We are living in desperate times. So I guess even Louis Vuitton isn't immune to this kind of desperation of wanting to make money at any cost. And this feels a little bit like that. Despite it being well blended, good ingredients, the final outcome is like, oh, okay. Been there, done that. It's good to go back and do it again from time to time, if you know what I mean. But at the end of the day, you're still going to have that walk of shame back home early in the morning, feeling a little bit like, yeah, it was okay, but, you know, like maybe in another couple of months, you know, I'm going to get the itch again. It's the type of niche perfume for the moment of the itch. Yeah, it's not even fully niche, because niche has itch in it, like niche. You know, it's not even niche. It's just the itch of niche. Thank you for sticking around for this review. Let me see what y'all guys have to say. This was my review of Nuit de Feu by Louis Vuitton. What y'all's guys got to say. Steven says LVMH should give him carte blanche, just like Hermes did with Jean-Claude Ellena, and Jean-Claude Ellena left, by the way, Hermes. So I don't know how they're able to release so many so quickly, says Olfactive. Safe is not bad if it's well made, but for that price, the risk is you find something similar for a lower price. Good point. Debbie says, groundbreaking perfumery is something of the past. I don't see a future for it. Time to Muscap says, Nuit de Feu and Ombre Nomade is one of their best. 350, they're releasing Pour Oud for $1,400 in the Middle East. Yes, they're releasing it worldwide, 1,000 bottles only, or something like that. Walk of shame and itch in one sentence. Ha ha ha, says Vision. Oh, yeah. And the STDs come along with it. Letty says, call me romantic or old school, but to me, it's not about being niche or mainstream. It's about the memories we create with the perfumes we wear and the way they make us feel. That's a very good point. I would go for Oud Ispahan, says NJ Fred. I have it in my collection. It's an interesting version of an oud for sure. Also highly synthetic. Enrico Fay says, so expensive, very expensive. Mr. Philip Fabulous says, mainstream is the new niche. Niche is the new mainstream. Philosophy. Jesus says, it's the myrrh for me. And laughs. I know. It's just, yeah, it's becoming a joke, isn't it? Steven says, though I think LVMH rushes him too much. I do believe so too. Jacques Cavalier is one of my favorite perfumers, says Steven. He is amazing. Olfactive says, I like the ones he did for Maison Margiela, but come on, it's not the same price. Exactly. What a resume, says Debbie. I'm telling you, the guy is, you know, the sacred monster of perfumery. Audrey says, just a couple of his CV then, right? Letty says, I love Louis Vuitton, but the perfumes are overpriced in my opinion. I wish they have had released a perfume during the times of Marc Jacobs as an artistic director. But he wouldn't have been the nose. He would have just maybe designed the bottles. I don't know. Letty says, call me romantic. Oh, I read that one already. Rich Mitch says, Rudeski. Happy weekend, Rich, and happy Easter, says Time to Musk Up. Same to you, Rudy, mate. All right, you guys. So, thank you so much for tuning in. I also, by the way, agree with you. I mean, I also love Louis Vuitton, but these perfumes just ain't it. But I love Louis Vuitton, you know. I love my Louis, you know, the style, the design of things, their bags, the monogram. I'm a sucker for the monogram. I don't care how tacky it looks. I love their monogram, okay. Perfumes, different story. It's pleasant. But Jacques, I mean, I'm just looking, you know, Jacques, you've set the bar so high for yourself. Like all of these masterpieces under your belt. That's the reason. You know, if you were some newbie and you just came to the helm at Louis Vuitton, you would have probably done better because a newbie wants to prove themselves more. But, you know, if you had no resume and this is your first thing, I would be like, okay, it's solid. It's solid for a beginning. But not for somebody who over a whole lifetime has so many masterpieces under his belt. You've set the bar too high. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, thumb it up and subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. You can also push the join button next to the subscription button and become a member today. You can also join me on Patreon, superdacob all spelled together, and gain access to extra perks, amongst them being listed, scrolling as in the credits, end credits of every video, as the co-producer of the Fashion Bunker. But you also gain access to special videos that only come to Patreon and Tier 2 members, as well as the entire reruns of the live streams and special access to exclusive pre-shows for the live streams as well. So thank you to all my members and patrons who have already pledged. Without you, the Fashion Bunker, well, it just wouldn't be here. Not in this way, shape, or form, that's for sure. So yeah, when it comes to perfumes, what can I tell you? Niche is niche. Stay tuned for more Louis Vuitton reviews because this bag is full. But this was just the first one from quite a few that are, you know, gonna come. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This has been one Nuit de Feu, like totally fiery night. Perfumes, perfumes, perfumes. Even when they disappoint you, you still love them. Like, you gotta love them. Because I can't live without him. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, never forget to never give up on love. Love you all. See you soon. Take care. Bye.